We're going to go to number 5. This one makes a massive jump by 9 points, with coming in with 24 points. This one was voted on by everybody across the board. It is one of the most iconic moments. Somebody who's not here is probably going to be upset that this wasn't higher. It would be probably higher if this person gave me a list. It is the iconic moment. We all know it. It is of Hulkamania slamming Andre the Giant.
In the world today, look at this. He slammed it.
Hunter's going to be mad because I was hoping Hunter would hear that I put this second.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, why would they put this second? For as big as a hater he is of Hogan.
I'm not a hater of Hogan. He's just not, on my top 10 of wrestlers.
Good.
It's not there.
But yes, this was WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, and WWE was hanging on by a thread. They almost went under before WrestleMania. They really needed the WrestleManias to do well, which they did. But this one really launched the WWF into the next stratosphere. This launched Hogan to heights never seen before in wrestling. So in this, without the slam, I don't think we're even talking about WWE today.
Oh yeah, well, and also
the leading up to the match, you had moments where Hogan couldn't. Well, Hogan and Andre will go back and forth. Andre made Hogan bleed on the face.
And also give a little more context, like Max just said. WWE, and even if you've ever listened to Stephanie McMahon has talked about it on the Ringer podcast and others, that the first WrestleMania, the McMahons put all their money in. So yeah, they needed the first one to be good. This is also coming after WrestleMania 2, which is widely regarded as one of the worst WrestleManias.
It's
of all
terrible.
time.
WrestleMania 2 is terrible.
It was shot in 3 different places. Yeah. We actually put it on a list of worst WrestleManias of all time.
Yeah, wasn't that on a Monday?
I can't remember.
It might have been, but I mean, the fact that it was in 3 or 4 different. Yeah, the fact that it was in 3 to 4 different locations is just.
It could have been on a Sunday, Saturday. It doesn't matter. The day is still one of the worst WrestleMania.
So that just further illustrates that they really needed this one.
The visual of the slam was also really well done because they panned out and you could see all the flashing lights and stuff. Just a perfect visual, and the ovation that crowd gives after that slam out of this world.
And I think they set it up beautifully because Andre's dominating the match. Hogan gets a few attempts to pick him up and not successful. Yeah. They're putting doubt on your mind, is he going to do it? Can he do it?
And they had said that, the whole, the feud was, Andre hasn't lost in so many years and he doesn't get slammed. I know he's been slammed before, but in WWE's world, he hadn't. I know Big John Studd did, but anywho, so that was just people don't see Andre get handled like that.
For the younger audience, remember, Andre Giant's a specimen. We never seen somebody that big before. We didn't have the Big Show yet, so it was really this specimen because he was called. What was he? He was the 8th wonder of the world.
8th wonder of the world.
Yeah. Eighth wonder. China's the 9th. Yeah, he was just a specimen.
But yes, of course, people online is not the best match, but it's still the importance of it is what puts it on this list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was also going to go, actually, Hogan has slammed Andre before, in the 70s or early 80s. This is back before we had the internet and we could find these things easily. So to that crowd, Hogan has not done it before. And they they perfectly casted doubt if Hogan could do it.
The segment where Andre rips the chain from Hogan does a pretty good job of selling, it looks like fear, So I thought that's a really good segment they did.
And Hogan don't show fear. So when you see that, you're like, oh my.
Don't forget, this broke Hogan's back. He lost, 2 inches off his height because of this match, he says.
Andre probably weighs 700 pounds at this point, according to Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan, his stories get more far-fetched by the day.
We love you, Hogan, but you are a pathological liar.
Yeah, great WrestleMania moment.
We're going to go to our number 4. Came in with 25 points. This is, again, involving 2 icons, and this is the icon versus icon match, Rock versus Hollywood Hogan.
This is a WrestleMania moment. On March 17th, 2002.
Well, I'm putting it more for the I put it more for the stare down. It's a perfect shot. Them looking at the crowd because it was almost a true 50-50 crowd, and you just looking around and they're just taking in the moment, and it's just I hate to say it, but it's iconic.
I also like the Hulk up. That was great. Crowd loved that. Crowd ate that up.
Yeah, I did love how Hulk Hogan entered the match to heel, but he became the face by the end of it.
But the funny thing with that, the crowd cheering Hogan, was that Hollywood Hogan had done some dastardly things.
Oh,
to The
I
Rock.
know,
He
right?
put him in an ambulance and then ran into the ambulance with an 18-wheeler. He tried to kill The Rock. Like, it was ridiculous the stuff he was doing, and yet he still got cheered.
Yeah, I think what also makes this moment so well is also like what happened afterwards. Like we've talked about before, this was probably the moment that gave Hulk his 6th title run. Because they realized how big he was, and they realized, oh, well, we can actually still run Hulkamania. I think that's the cool part of it.
I'm trying to think what the next type of match that would be like for us.
I mean, because the next kind of closest is what they tried to do with the Cena Rock.
Yeah, Rock
Unfortunately,
Cena
they did it twice.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, both I still enjoyed them.
Rock Roman could be up there.
Yeah, Rock Roman, I think.
I'm curious because this Cody Roman match could be like that kind of. When you get that stare down, it's going to be a goosebump moment.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a 50-50 crowd, though.
No, I don't think it's going to be 50-50, but that moment, them stare each other down, probably will.
Yeah, I just don't think you ever get a face-off like that in the beginning of a match that have more electricity than that. And perfect camera shot. Luckily, this happened in WWE and not AEW because Aubrey Edwards would have slided her head in between the two.
Oh, yeah. Or done some weird, like...
No, Rensburg would have done that stupid shit he was doing. Oh, Jesus.
You want to do this? You don't want to in the background?
Rensburg, have his arm out. What are you doing? What are you doing? You okay? Like, get the fuck out of here, Rensburg. Fuck you.
Like he's drawing in their energy.
All right, so we're going to go to our next one. It came in with 27 points. This one was another gigantic moment because this one finished off really launching a career and really established this person as the next one of the next big ones. And he was facing another icon who at the time was arguably the face of the company with such a great feud. It is Stone Cold refusing to quit and passing out versus Bret Hart.
Similar, like we did with the last one, is one of the most famous images in WWE history of Austin profusely bleeding and screaming in agony to the sharpshooter and then eventually passing out. This match completed the double turn. They were leading to the Bret Hart feud, or heel turn anyway, but this completed the double turn, which is not easy. And this instantly made Stone Cold a star. This made him more of a star than the King of the Ring speech, because the King of the Ring speech at this point when this match happened was probably about 6 or 7 months prior. And because we're watching it now, I'm actually
it might be 9 months because that was June, I think. June 96, I think.
Mm-hmm. So you guys should be coming to it soon.
But yeah, so I'm in this time that happened right after the WrestleMania, and you can tell the crowd is reacting to Austin way differently than after the King of the Ring one. He is officially like a number one guy after that match. And they build the whole Raws around Stone Cold from that point on.
Yeah, that Bret Hart feud really pushed Austin up into that upper crust.
And it made him, and Stone Cold won 0 of the matches clean. He had a DQ win, but he never beat Bret Hart, and he still was made the bigger star at the end of it. But this moment of him refusing to quit, I mean, that resonated with the audiences back then, and it's just, I think this is probably the most replayed image in WWE history, I would probably guess.
That or like the Edge spear from the ladder, they love that clip too.
Yeah, that's where I am with it. Of like, again, like, you know, favorite wrestler of all time. That was just such a great moment that really set up Austin Mania as it kept going, especially setting up the character. All right, that was all. You kind of hit it all. You kind of hit it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into some honorable mentions. We're going to mine first. This one is John Cena beating JBL for the WWE title. The reason I have it as a big moment is because this was back when they were trying to look for their next guy. JBL just had one of the longest title reigns we had in a while because he held it for like 9 months reign. And this is the moment where I think they put that John Cena was taking over the company. And it ends with with him walking. When he wins, he goes into the fans and it's him walking through the fans. And this is when he was like at one of his peaks of like everybody like John Cena. He was the face of the company. It was before Super Cena. He still had moved away from his thugonomics gimmick, but was still kind of in that whole chain gang attitude kind of thing before they moved completely away more to Super Cena. And this was just like, I think the moment fans really embraced him
I would. I did like Cena at this point, so you're right. This was before I got tired of him too. So
We're gonna go into another one. It was voted on solely by Max. It was The Rock beats Cena.
yeah, I just put this because I was really rooting for The Rock. I was really invested in the winner, and at this time, it was supposed to be once in a lifetime. We didn't know we were going to get it again, and if I'd known that, then I wouldn't have been as surprised. But I was surprised The Rock won at the time because The Rock was not a full-time wrestler. John Cena was, so I was happy that it happened. So that's why I put it on there.
Also, the ending was, remember, Cena goes for the, he gets him down and then is going for the people's elbow, and you think he's about to do the people's elbow to taunt him to win, and then Rock gets up and Rock bodies him.
Your boy got cocky. He got caught.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't right. He wasn't prepared. He didn't think it was going to happen. So
And then he had this quote unquote worst year ever where he was still on top of the card. And
I hated that. They were like, "Oh, John Cena's terrible." Like, wrestlers would kill to have that bad of a year, pal.
all right, I'm like, that's a bad year.
They were trying so hard. They were, yeah, for him, yeah, true.
For Cena, yes. We're going to go into our next moment. It was voted on by D3 and Vitamin J. It was Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth reunite.
That was good. Crowd ate it up. Crowd was loving it. They had women crying, people crying in the stands.
It was such a beautiful moment.
I just hate that it happened after, Macho Man elbow drop Warrior, times. And
Yeah, 25 times.
So I can't control that.
Yeah, I can't control that, but what I can control is what happened after, and that was great. Like seeing them together again and the crowd reaction, it just made it right.
From that moment, we get Kofi winning the title from Kofi Mania. It was voted on by myself and Max.
That was I wanted that one, but it
I
just.
thought about that.
I just like it because it just shows that, someone who's been there a long time like Kofi can still get rewarded for his hard work. Yes, he's not going to be a contender for the title all time, but they really worked in this scenario, and they did a great job building to it, and you couldn't help but feel happy for Kofi when it happened.
And the emotion that Xavier Woods and Big E had celebrating with them, that's pretty nice. And Kofi brought his kids in the ring.
Everybody was hyped. Everybody. And
I don't think people were acting.
Showed that moment with everybody in the back, with all those people high-fiving and hugging because they were so happy for Kofi.
Yeah, and I don't think people were acting. I think people were genuinely happy for him.
Oh, no, yeah, I think they were. I think they were. I don't think they were acting at all.
No, I think
he seems to be very popular backstage.
I can see it. He seems
I can see it, yeah.
You like to hang out with him.
Because it's funny, if you thought about from Royal Rumble, you would have never thought he's winning. Like, at that moment, it would have been like, no.
Well, yeah, because it was supposed to be Mustafa Ali's spot, and then he got hurt. And then the fans cheered for Kofi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and for anyone who says WWE doesn't listen to the fans, that is a prime example of they absolutely do.
That and Daniel Bryan.
And Daniel Bryan doing the heel, like doing for Kofi what somebody did for him a couple years before, which they made Daniel Bryan had a good heel run.
Yeah, that was a great heel run. That was a great heel run.
And the last one we'll hit on real quick is by D3. It's End of an Era, WrestleMania 27.
I mean, that was just a cool visual at the end with Undertaker, Michaels, and Triple H side by side looking at the ring. And you do know that, that is the end of the era because pretty much everyone that was with them during that time period are no longer wrestling in WWE. Besides those two.
That was good, and especially because I was 20-0. So,
and the match was really good. Another good moment was the kick out Undertaker after taking the Sweet Chin Music pedigree.
Shawn Michaels freaking out.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever kicked out of that.
And Undertaker held it longer than usual, of really trying to sell that. Oh wait, is he actually gonna kick out? Are they doing 19-1? Yeah, he waited a while before he really kicked
and
out.
Shawn Michaels' sell on the kick out was really good too.
Oh my gosh.
He saw it goes.
Yeah, he's like, this man cannot be beat. Or can he?
Well, you led to it so well. Coming in with 28 points, it is actually Taker loses the streak to Brock Lesnar.
Into the cover, hooks the leg, the streak is over.
Yeah, Jacob, how high did you have this one, huh?
Number
He had it number one.
Really? Okay. I'm surprised. I thought you may have forgotten it existed again.
I don't like talking about it.
Him and D3 both had it number one.
most of the time in wrestling, you pretty much know who's going to win. And this one, we all knew who was going to win. Absolutely. Undertaker was going to win. And this also had a bad build-up because Undertaker dominated the whole feud.
Yeah, he dominated the whole
up
feud.
until the match. So we thought, like, why are they even wrestling? So no one was expecting Brock Lesnar to win. When the ref did the 3 count, all of us, because we all watched it together, we were shocked. I could not believe it. I actually wasn't even looking at the pin because I was sure Undertaker was going to kick out. And I heard 3, and I was like, excuse me? What did I hear? And I think Bobby was doing homework or something over there.
I've never been more shocked by anything in wrestling.
I don't think anybody in WWE has ever been shocked. Like, you could have people would have put their life on Taker winning.
Put the house on it.
There's that iconic meme of that guy. It's one of those that you're going to be like, where were you when this happened? But it's also like, I think all of us were so confused and didn't believe it just happened. We were like, wait, did that really just happen?
I was trying to think of ways they could restart the match, but when they showed that freaking 21-1 graphic, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I guess
I legit thought a mistake was made.
Yeah, unfortunately, the match was not
good.
Great.
But they did end up having two really good matches. The SummerSlam and the Hell in a Cell.
Remember, the Mountain, I remember his expression because after it was 3, I remember him saying, what? Like, what? Right after, even if you watch Paul Heyman's expression, it's hilarious.
Paul Heyman was great. The reaction, the audible gasp we heard when
It was quiet. After Taker. Like, you were shot.
This was WrestleMania 30, so Vitamin J, his expression was, Daniel Bryan better win the title, or I swear I hate this WrestleMania.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really happy to see Daniel Bryan win, but that still did not take the sting quite out of Undertaker losing the streak. I was still in college, so I had to drive an hour plus back, and I was upset the whole drive back. I was like, man, they really did end the streak, huh?
And a lot of people say that they shouldn't have done the Brock Lesnar because he was already a main star, which is true, he was. But I do think this helped him be the final boss for the next 10 years.
This pushed him to another level. He would not have been that final boss character without doing something like ending the streak. So after that, and then what really cemented that also was when he destroyed John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so truth time, gentlemen. I didn't vote for it. I didn't put it there. It's not even.
I don't know how.
Did you forget it? Did you forget it happened?
No. I 100% remember the moment. I just didn't put it.
Is it because of Brock?
Here was the thing. I went for it. Yeah. Well, first of all, because when I took the list, I took it more as favorite WrestleMania moments, and I was like, I was pulling for Taker, so that's kind of why I did. That's why I didn't put it. The guy, he's great. He's really good, but he's one of those guys I just pull against every time.
I understand.
He's great. But yeah, no, it was a great moment. So, I mean, the retrospect things. All right, we're going to our number 1. Came in with 33 points. It is the iconic match. I mean, really cemented this person as the face of the company. It was Stone Cold finally wins the WWF title.
Awesome. He got it. The starter. Mike Tyson in. Austin is the champion.
Well, they had a year-long build-up essentially to this because this took place in 1998.
Yep, a whole year after Steve Austin passes out.
Yep, after the Bret Hart match, and this is also during the time frame he had the neck injury. So, and then also this is also when Shawn Michaels had that back injury. So it was almost a miracle that this match even happened.
Oh yeah. Well, and then they also had to start on with bringing Mike Tyson in, and then like EX kind of being that foil, kind of setting up what was going to be Stone Cold's gimmick of him always beating the odds.
You mean Cold Stone, according to Tyson?
He was just working you, Jacob. He's working you because he was with DX, so he's making fun of him, you know? But then he's really undercover.
Yep, he was undercover. The moment where he goes in, because he was supposed to be special enforcer, then ends up doing the count. The count was kind of quick, but it's fine. He's not.
Shawn was out cold. It wouldn't have mattered.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. But yeah, and then him raising the hand and the whole moment where it's like, oh my gosh, he flipped on them and everything with the crowd of like, this is the attitude. This is our guy.
Shawn Michaels' sell off Tyson's punch was fantastic too.
Mm-hmm. It sure was.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, like he said, I mean, we talked about the Bret Hart making Stone Cold. This officially put him. He's gonna be the guy on all the T-shirts, the programs, all the merchandise is gonna be Stone Cold. So this is finally him winning the title and cementing it. And then we had so many classic Raw moments after this with Stone Cold that we probably wouldn't have gotten if Shawn hadn't got injured, because he probably would never put over Stone Cold. That's why we had Undertaker.
That's why he got
backstage with them.
taped to fist.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, that story is true. So, you know.
I think Undertaker has said he did that. I think he has downplayed the severity of it, of how Shawn Michaels not willing to do business.
Because I also remember, Undertaker even saying, like, look, if you're not going to drop it for him, drop it to me. I'll drop it to him. Like, don't do this.
Man,
Put him over.
an Undertaker
Drop it to
Stone
me.
Cold
I'll put him
WrestleMania
over.
match. That would have been nice. Would have been another
I'm
victim
happy
to the
have it
streak.
because, again, the streak.
Yeah, he would have been another victim.
Streak would end early.
No, Taker would have gone there
Would
for
have
clean.
been. So, yeah, like you said, right after this, because the next day was Vince McMahon trying to get Stone Cold to wear the suit and being the corporate champion, and really very much started the Vince McMahon Stone Cold rivalry. And it's going to be talked about in your show, one of the moments that really saved WWE from going under.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it.
WWE started kicking their ass around this time.
Yeah, this is like one of the moments everybody got behind him and had the legendary run. The really Attitude Era just soared after this of everything going on. So, yeah, there's our list. There's our list of WrestleMania moments. Did you like our list? Did you not like our list? What were some moments you thought we should have ranked higher? What were some you would have put lower? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you all to who are commenting. Thank you to the subscribers we have gotten. We do read our comments. We also do reply to our comments. So please keep it coming. If you have any other ideas for us that you want to see, hey, please let us know. We have a lot coming out. As you all know, due to our wrestling, you do have the Monday Night Wars that Vitamin J and Max are going through right now.
June's coming up this month.
So NWO is about to come up soon, and, will be interesting. We also do quizzes, different movies. So get ready for that. We always have things coming up on the horizon again. But if you want to see something, please let us know in the comments. We will do our best to try and incorporate it into the show as long as it's a topic we can talk about. But thank you all for everything, and please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Tell your friends about it. My name's Legacy.
And I'm Max.
I'm Bobby.
Simon J.
And may the discussions begin. Till next time.